Hola clase, muy buenas noches. Bienvenidos a la unidad 2. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? Son las 10:17 de la noche. I hope that by now you have noticed that in Espanol, when we use exclamation points, we open with this symbol and then we close with the exclamation point that you already know. Also, we do the same when we ask a question. We open with an interrogation mark the same way that we also use one when we close at the end of the question. In this Unidad 2, we're going to learn how to tell time en español. The question is, ¿qué hora es? But before I tell you more about La Unidad 2, I wanted to share with you, after reviewing your audios recordings, I was very pleased with all your presentations and all your work. Muy bien, clase. And I want to review with you about las vocales en español. So, en español, we have only one sound per vowel, un sonido por vocal. So, a is always a, and there is no other sound for it. For example, the word araña, araña. Then we have the letter E. Yes, the sound is E, like in elefante, elefante. Notice that in Espanol, we do not have PH. This doesn't exist in Espanol, PH. Elefante. Every time you need a PH sound, it needs to be la letra F in Espanol. Then we have the vocal, la vocal I, like in the word inteligente. Inteligente, that's the only sound that I has. Then we have la letra O. Notice that it's O and it's not O. It's O. Like in the word ojo. Ojo means eye, but also means watch out or attention. And finally, we have the word uno right here as an example of the pronunciation for letter U. So it's not U, it is U. U, like in uno. Now, in Espanol, we need to respect the sound of each vowel. You cannot skip. You cannot combine. You gotta respect the pronunciation of each one that you see, like in this word, that means classroom. It's the word aula. 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 Then we have the word air, aire. Aire. And then we have the word airport. Aeropuerto. Aeropuerto. I hope these examples are helpful. I also wanted to highlight that la letra H, it's mute. It doesn't have a sound in Espanol, la letra H. Just like in these examples here, we have the word hotel, hospital. Can you guess the pronunciation of the next word? Sí, honesto, honesto. And then finally we have honor. Hotel, hospital, honesto, honor. I also wanted to point out that in the case of la letra G en español, when you have it in combination with la letra A, like in the word ganar, you're going to get that G sound. Ganar means to win, and is one of the verbs you're learning in this unit. Ganar. However, when it comes to the combination of la letra G with la letra E, that pronunciation changes. You're going to pronounce it like the H in English, G, like in the name Gerardo. Gerardo. So you have ganar, Gerardo, the same effect with the G-I, gigante, gigante. Notice that I'm saying he, like in the H-I in English, but then I'm switching here to the original sound G, gigante, gordito, and then we have the word gusto, like in the expression mucho gusto that you just learned in the previous unit, or regular, that means so, regular. Okay, so in order to get the G sound or the G sound, we're going to need the help of the letter U. It is right here. Por ejemplo, in the word guerrero, that means warrior. So notice that here, in order to get the G sound, I need the help or the assistance of the letra U, guerrero. So the U is silent. It's here just to help you to get the correct sound. Okay? And now for G, for example, it occurs to me the word guiso. Stew. Tengo hambre. I'm hungry now. Guiso. So again, the letter U, la letra U, is silent, but it's helping you to get the effect of the ga, ge, gi, go, gu sound. Okay, so now we can talk about our Unidad 2. So we're going to Módulo 2, Unidad 2. As always, you will find this introduction, and then we are going to be working with los vocabularios de la universidad, the university, los días y los meses, so the days of the week and the month, los números del 30 al 100, from 30 to 100. In the grammar section, we're going to study los verbos regulares, like the verb ganar that we just saw. What does it mean? To win. Perfect. Ganar. That verb ends in AR. And then we're also going to learn about la fecha y la hora, date and time en español. ¿Estamos listos? A trabajar. As always, you will find also our learning objectives for the week. All the links to the book where you can study the materials that are required for this unidad. And then also we have our assignments for this week. Now, by the end of the week, we are going to take our module 1 and 2 tests. So I have prepared a study guide for you right here, where you are going to find the link to all the vocabulary and grammar sections that we need to review to be ready para la prueba, for the test. And also I have a summary of all the verbs that we need to know by them. These are all AR verbs. That is what we are learning during this unit. There is a total of 27 verbs. Hay 27 verbos en total. And then I have some charts that I hope are helpful for you to review nuestro material. Muchas gracias, clase. Nos vemos.